Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm playing Rescuing Robin Hood, a 1 to 5 player push your luck deck builder, and disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Rescuing Robin Hood is again for 1 to 5 players. They do have a true solo variant, but I don't love it, as often happens with these kind of games. So I'm just going to 3-hand the game. I do think it's slightly more interesting, kind of the interactions between characters at higher player counts. So even though I've mostly played this one solo and 2-player, I figured a 3-hand play would be fun. And the basic scope of the game is each player gets 2 of these characters from the Robin Hood stories, and they pick one of them to be their main character. And then they start out with a completely random set of 8 starter cards. And they're going to go through a series of battles, 5 rounds total, and each round you're going to draw 4 cards and use their stats. You've got, I think it's wits, stealth, let me check this. Yeah, wits, stealth, brawn, and jolliness. Jolliness is a wild. Basically, you total each of these things together for your character using these tracks here, and then you are fighting guards. These are the Sheriff of Nottingham soldiers, and they are guarding sets of more powerful bronze, silver, and gold villagers. And basically what you're trying to do with the other players is defeat as many of these guards as possible, and if you can defeat an entire row, then you get to rescue the villagers, and they get added to your deck builder again, and you can use them to be more successful in future combats. Especially the climactic 5th round combat where you have to take Nottingham Castle and then potentially defeat the sheriff, but mainly rescue Robin Hood. That's the name of the game. Now, to figure out how many guards are in play and how many villagers they're guarding and of what value, so here we got bronze and silver, you draw these random cards from a big bunch of them for days 1 and 2. So I'm going to have the exact same type of stuff for day 1 and 2. You'll sometimes have a bonus as well. So here each of us is going to get +3 brawn, which is nice. And then I have another card for 3 and 4 and another card for 5. So that kind of tells us how to set things up. Guards will come from a blue deck, which is weaker. They're going to have defenses in each of the 3 main values. Again, jolliness is a wild. You don't use it on its own. For these guards, the blue guards, values go from 1 to 5. And for each group of guards, I only know the rightmost one. So you're going to see there's like a push your luck kind of random element to it. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's just jump into the first round. It's a pretty straightforward game. I'm going to total all of my ability powers. So Maid Marian, she has 6 wits on her own. Wow, there's a lot of wits. 11, 14, 16 blue. And then 2 -1, a single stealth. That doesn't seem very good. And then, gosh, -1 there as well. 5 brawn, but +3 from the scenario card. And 4 jolliness, which again is the sort of wild one. And additionally, some characters, including sometimes your main character, will have icons like this, which gives us a bonus. In this case, it's a prayer token. There are 3 types of these. The horses, scouting, let you flip over some of the guards so you know what you're up against. Cookery lets you add 2 to one of your stats. And prayer lets you move guards around, or for 2 prayer hands, you can discard a guard entirely, like a really tough one. So that's it for Maid Marian's crew. Will Scarlet's got a lot of horses, and he's good at stealth. And okay, so far this worked out well. Maid Marian got a lot of blue characters randomly, because again, these starter decks are not keyed to the leaders. It is totally random. But 4, 6, 10, 12, 15 stealth. Heck yeah. 5 wit. And 6, oh no, +3, 9 brawn. And wow, 0 jolliness. That's pretty weird. But yeah, again, 2 scouting tokens. And finally, Little John is supposed to be good at brawn, although apparently only Lance, his dog, is helping him out with that. So that's 13 brawn with the +3. 9 wits, interesting. 2 stealth, so only Will Scarlet got like all the stealth, and 3 jolliness. And then he's got 2 prayer hands, which again would let him move 2 guards from one area to another, or would just discard a guard entirely, which seems like probably the way to go. By the way, sorry my voice sounds a little bit weird if you're noticing that. It is the end of the school year, and I've been talking a lot, but I'll get to rest a lot soon. So yeah, here we go. So the first round, we'll start with Maid Marian. And on each player's turn, they get to make up to 2 attacks, each with a different aspect, each with a different type of attack. So Maid Marian could make here probably a wits attack and then a brawn attack, but you couldn't make like 2 wits attacks. Before you attack, you or any other player, so any player, can use tokens to affect the battle. Again, the prayer hands are going to let us move guards or discard 1 for 2. And you can combine with another player, so like Little John could use 1 and Maid Marian could use 1 to discard somebody. Additionally, before you attack, but it does have to be before, very important, only the current player can spend jolliness and increase any one of their tracks if they think they might need more. But let's go through how the 3 attacks work. They're each slightly different, although they're all push your luck. Here, we'll use this row as an example. So for wits, you look at the first person's wits and you face that. You have to equal or exceed it. So here I've got 16 versus 4. That would be enough. And then after I defeat that guy, I flip the next one. I see what their wits is. I flip the next person. I see what their wits is. And I can stop whenever I want. But if the total of blue exceeds my wits, so if I push too far, right, and try to confront too many guards, I waste it all and I do nothing. If I don't do that, if I stop early when, I haven't pushed myself too far, then I defeat all the guards that were flipped. And anytime after a combat, there is nobody at the right end of a row, you flip the rightmost person, so you'll get more information. And again, each of these is 1 to 5. So the average, I think they said in the rulebook, is like 3.3. So slightly weighted towards the higher end. So that's how wits work. Stealth is similar. You pick a row. And for stealth, you point to any number of enemies. They could be anywhere. But again, you flip them all face up, you add up their total, and if it's equal to or less. So stealth is kind of like an all-at-once thing, but it's more targeted, which is great, especially with Will having horses, because then he can reveal people and kill them. And then brawn, finally, is kind of the same as wits in that you just keep on going right to left. But the big thing for brawn is you just flip everybody over, and you have to beat every single one of them. So it is an all-or-nothing final combat. Now, after a player's turn is done, this is really important, all their jolliness gets passed to the next player, and all of their might, their brawn, gets passed to the next player. So the only thing that gets quote-unquote lost is wits and stealth, which does bring up the interesting option here. I could have made Marion do a stealth attack first, just for that single guy, and then do her maybe big wits thing. So this one, by the way, is 6 guards guarding a silver. Oh, wait, and a bronze. I was about to say, why is this row so strong with not that much of a reward? Sorry, I should have another person there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, 6 guards guarding a bronze and silver. Over here, I got 4 and 3, both guarding bronzes. This one's just a little bit easier. Then over here, the big one, I've got 9 people guarding 2 silvers. And again, silvers are clearly going to be better than bronze on average. So look at the initial values. I mean, a 1 blue, a 1 wits, it would probably be a waste to use Marion's 16 on those guys. Now here it might not be so bad. 4 people, so on average there's going to be 3 plus, 10 or so, so 13, so she'd actually be a little bit above. Whereas here, a much better row, but she might be wasting. You know what, I'm going to try my idea. I'm going to do a single stealth attack. I can point to any people in a single row. I'm going to point to this guy. He's defeated because 1 is 1. And it zeroes out. Again, you don't pass your stealth, you don't pass your wits, and that's 1 of her 2 attacks for the round. And I immediately reveal this guy. He was a 6 blue. I could move him or just discard him with 2 hands because he's kind of terrible in general. Or could I still beat this? I mean, if these average out, 4 times 3.3 is 12, so that's 18. So if she uses all her jolliness to go to 20, she'd be pretty safe. I could also move him to a different row. But let's go for it. Okay, so and she can stop, of course. So she's going to go to 20 wits. So we'll start fighting here. So we got a 6, 7. That's good. We can keep going. 10. Okay, we can keep going. 16. Okay, so now I got to make the choice. If I go for it and it's a 5 or 6, then I waste the entire attack. But what are the chances when I just had 2 6s? I bet it's going to be a 4 or less. I bet it's only 1. Okay, cool. So that was 7, 10, 11, 17. My 20 was enough, but I did use up all my jolliness, and that zeroes out. But we have rescued both of these people, put them to the side. We get to, as a group, decide who drafts each one in a second. That's it for Maid Marian. She can still use her prayer hand on somebody else, and she's going to pass her 8 remaining brawn on to Will, who's now at 17 brawn, 15 stealth, 0 jolliness, but he's got some horsies to target some attacks. And what seems to make the most sense to me is maybe to do a big stealth attack and a little blue attack if I can find a weak spot to target that. And then again, give all my brawn to Little John maybe. Although if you just pull all your brawn together, then you might not be able to defeat as many groups because you might want to target easier groups with smaller brawn values. Let's see, for my horses, what if I reveal some from the giant stack, right? And see what we got. Okay, so I'll spend, each horse lets you flip over 2 guards, and you can do it anywhere. All right, let's do the very last one. Oh, that's a low stealth. I like that. And let's do this one. Okay, and let's do another horse. Now, I could split these. It doesn't have to all be for... Oh, that's a great flip, too. All right, stealth is looking good here. With that being the case, maybe I can stop with this one and find out, more info here. Let's Let's do like this guy, sure. But now for my actual first attack, Will Scarlet's gonna do stealth. So he's got 15. So let's see. That's 3, 4, 8, 10. So I should be able to do like one more random guy and be okay theoretically. Let's do the second to last guy here. All right, don't be a 6. Don't be a 6. We're good. So that's 2, 4, 8, 9, 12. And then because this guy's there. All right. Ooh, nice weak one. All right. So that's it for stealth. So Will could do a 17 brawn, but then he'd be throwing away the 5 wit, which seems like a bad idea. Although, I mean, the best Little John's going to be able to do is a brawn attack and a wits attack. So he doesn't necessarily need a billion brawn. So maybe Will uses the 17 brawn and tries to go for something. I mean, these guys are 5. So, well, but anything that's left goes to Little John. So I don't necessarily want to use like the most possible. But I mean, yeah, this one seems low. Okay, so we're going for a brawn attack here. So 2, 7, that's not great, 10, 12. That wasn't too bad. So we rescue this guy. And that leaves us with, what was it, 12? So it leaves us with 5 to pass along, but the 5 wits is lost. All right, so that gets us to 18 for Little John. Actually, he's pretty good. And 9 wits, okay. I've got an idea because we've still got these 3 prayer hands. Let's try to like consolidate the low blues. So let's use a prayer hand to move this guy over there. And we do get to flip this over immediately. Oh, that's a pretty high brawn value. But I mean, he's got 18, right? We should be fine. So then for my last 2 prayer hands, just to kind of guarantee stuff, I'm going to just throw away this unseen person who had high values. That was good. And then for his first attack, Little John's going to do a 9 wits here. Yep, 6. So we're good. And then an 18 brawn here. 10, 13, okay. So we did rescue everybody. And by the way, that tends to happen in our games. The first 2 days, we usually get everybody. It gets a lot hairier in day 3 and 4, and then incredibly hard sometimes in day 5. Although, just to note, if you want, they do have these challenge cards to like earn more points and kind of add little special rules to each round. So if you're finding the game easy, like we do at least in the first several days, you can use those. All right, but we got the max people possible, which is 6, 2 per player. And now we technically in turn order, but you can like pass and do whatever you want. We get to draft them. Okay, so we've got Will clearly is best at green. Oh, these guys are kind of good at everything. This is weird. Will's clearly best at green and horses. Marion's best at blue. And I guess Little John's best at red, but they're kind of all good at everything. And these guys are kind of all mixed in good at everything. Well, let's say Will Scarlet can have the horse guy. Little John already had a lot of prayer hands. Maybe he can get this. Well, they're the worst at red. So Maid Marian can get them. Here, we'll just kind of divide this up. I'm going to do 2 each. You don't technically have to, but I think it kind of makes sense. Maid Marian can also have that higher blue. Here, Will Scarlet can have them, and then some high red and jolliness. That seems fine. Okay, so there we go. And these newly rescued villagers go with the ones you just played in your discard pile, so you're not going to use them right away. Instead, we play day 2 with the other 4 cards from our starting set of 8 random cards. All right, and now Will Scarlet's going to be first, and let's go again. I know we're using the same day card for day 2, so we're going to have the same numbers here, although, of course, it'll be different cards, and we still get +3 brawn. They also tell you to shuffle the guards after each day, so you could get the same ones again. I guess the 3.3 is maintained as the average that way. All right, and our enemies are set up. Let's see what we got. So Will's got 10 stealth this time, 5 wit, and 10 brawn, that's right, with the +3 bonus, and 3 jolliness this time. And he's got a cookery and his regular stealth. Cookery can be used before any player's attack to give them +2 to one of the core stats. It's also the only token that'll stick around if you don't use it. It flips to this side, it becomes mead, and you can use it in a future turn to give somebody +1 jolliness. Whereas all the rest of these, like if I didn't use the scouting, it would just go away afterwards. Meanwhile, John over here has got, I didn't zero these out. He's got 9 brawn, +3, so 12. 4 wits, 3 stealth, not looking great, John, and 3 jolliness. Oh, but a lot of tokens, wow. 2 horses, and a cooking, and a prayer. All right. And finally, Marion still has really high wits, 13. 4 stealth, 8 brawn with the bonus, and 2 jolliness. And we got hands and 2 cooking. All right. So Will's up first. We've got 3 horses to go around total. Although he's only got 10 stealth, unless we use some cooking and some jolliness. Let's maybe look to the leftmost pile first again. That first guy isn't too tough for stealth. So let's use a horse. And maybe we'll oh, God. Maybe we'll skip a few. Okay. Don't love any of those people. Maybe let's use another scouting over here on the big pile and kind of see what's going on. Now, that's good for stealth, and not so much. Actually, notice some pretty low blue values. Let's use our last horse to just fill in the gaps here. Okay, yeah, that's not like terrible for somebody to go in with their wits. Oh, right off the bat, I'm not loving this 4-3-5 guy. Let's go ahead and use double prayer hands. That's all of the ones we have this time to get rid of him. Well, let's see. Will's got 10 brawn, but he's got 5 wits. I don't want to throw that away. Oh, well, here, let's actually go ahead and do his first attack here. Just kill these 2 guys. Pretty straightforward. He's got 10 stealth, but we have 4 cookery between all of us and 3 jolliness, so he could boost that a ton. What if he goes for this? So 3, so he's got 7 left. On average, that'll be enough, but to be a little safer, we want to go to like 9. So let's save the cookery for now and just use 2 of his jolliness to go to 12, right? Then he's going to target all these people with stealth. And that's 9. So we had 12. Okay, we didn't spend any extra, but we did save Cecily. And he's going to pass 1 jolliness and 10 brawn on to Little John, and he's still got a food. So 1 jolliness, 10 brawn. So Little John's at 22 brawn. Wow. I'm thinking, yeah, let's have Little John use his 3 stealth to auto-kill this guy and waste the wits, because I think I'm going to do a brawn attack. Oh, man, that guy was only a 1. And then I think I should go and do an attack, because yes, he'll pass the rest of his brawn to Maid Marian, but 22 is ridiculous. We shouldn't save that for 1 row. How likely are we to win here? 7 plus like an average of, what would it be, like 14, 15? So that is like 22, so he might beat it all by himself. But also, these people have low wits values, which means Maid Marian might be able to do some damage. Over here, what do we got? 10, so maybe like 17 total. And the wits values are worse overall. So yeah, okay, let's do a combat here. I'm not going to spend anything extra. So that's 4 this brawling. 9, 15. Oh, God, 21. So we beat him, but we used up all but 1 of our brawn. That's not great. Yeah, so what is he actually passing to her? 4 jolliness and 1 brawn. So her brawn's at only 9. Her jolliness is at 6. But we do have 4 cookeries to go around. And she's got 13 wits. Just trying to figure out if I can actually beat both these things this round. I was going to try to beat this with wits. Is that realistic? So she's got 13 to start. We got 9 jolliness and 4 cookery. So she could go as high as, what is that? 19 plus 8, 27. Although we don't need to do that. So 6 and then like 7 each on average. So that's looking at like 20. Okay. Let's go to 21 to be a little safer. So she's at 13. I'm going to spend all her 6 jollies to go to 19. And then have her use her cookery to go to 21. So 21 here. Oh, man, maybe I should go a little higher. I don't know. So that's 6. 11. That's right. She can stop whenever she wants with wits. 12. That feels better already. 16. So only a 6 would kill us. Nope, we're good. So we got both of them. And that leaves her with... Well, we could do stealth, but no. 9 brawn plus potentially plus 6 more from the cookery to beat this. So that'd be a 15 max, which should be more than enough. In fact, so much more than enough that I probably don't need to use the cookery. Well, I've got 8 without any cookery. Oh, sorry, 9 minus 1, 8. So it's probably enough for these 2, but then I need like another 4 or 5. It's only 1 jolliness in the future, which probably won't matter. Let's just use all of it to be safe. So that gives us a 15. Okay, so 1, 5, 7, 11. Okay, I wasted 2 of the cookeries, but it's fine. We did kill them all again. And let's see if they're a bit more focused this time. All right, I see 2 6s in stealth, 1 with a horse. That'll be Will's. And then let's do... these are, again, kind of mixing everything. Let's do this guy to Little John, and then maybe her as well, and these 2 to Maid Marian. Okay, then before we go on to day 3 and 4, we actually get to do a little bit of culling in our deck. So how it works is we've got however many people we rescued plus our starting 8. This is Maid Marian's deck. And we get to keep exactly 8 of them. So we basically go back to our original 8-size deck. So usually it just makes perfect sense to keep all of your new people because they tend to be better. And then let's keep for Maid Marian her really good wit people, right? Just to kind of focus in our strategy a bit. Yeah, I don't know how often she'll do stealth, so maybe Warren's okay. That's 6. This guy seems good. That's 7. And then do I want a prayer hand or cookery? Sure, let's get that guy for 8. Now, these 4 still help us out. They go into Sherwood Forest, and like at the end of the game when we're fighting, the number of people that we rescued in general helps us. But for now, they just kind of go away. So that's it for Maid Marian. She's going to shuffle these up, and this will be her 8 cards that are used for day 3 and 4. Ooh, any remaining wit is passed on to the next player. Interesting. So Wits is going to act like Brawn for this round. Okay, Will Scarlet, our stealth boy. Clearly those amazing ones. And then, again, the silvers and bronzes. I like having more horses for him, right? So that's 5. Both these 4-2s seem really good. That's 7. And then maybe this guy for higher red and green. So that's 8. Okay, and then Little John. I mean, he can kind of do whatever he wants. Yeah, I mean, the question, let me look at what his bronzes and... Oh, he got only bronzes, what they kind of worked out to. Oh, so they're pretty even. I was going to see like if you wanted to go more green or more blue. I mean, I guess more blue would kind of work here because of the day 3 and 4 power. So that being the case, let's get him the big reds and maybe some big blues as well, especially blues that don't have any green. She's only a 1 jolliness, but 2 horses really lets you target yourself pretty well. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Well, that guy's awesome if I'm going for blue and red. But, okay. Yeah, you know what? Why not? All right, so that's 8 for him. Now, of course, if we had 1 fewer villagers, if we had done more poorly in days 1 and 2, then we would have fewer to call and choose from. All right, so now we're going here, and you'll notice, oh my God, 10. So we've got these red cards now. These have values ranging from, I think 2 is as low as they go, but they go up to 9, so their average is like 5.5 or something like that. So yeah, pretty nasty, pretty nasty. All right, so let me set these up and get our starting values, and we'll see how we're doing. All right, so Little John's going to start first, and yeah, he got kind of a mixed bag of stuff. Remember, he can pass his wits on in this day and the next day, so he should probably do like a little stealth attack, and then he's got 15 brawn. He's got a ton of jolliness, 8, and he's got 1 horse and 1 prayer hand. Maid Marian coming up next got 20 wits, 11 stealth, and 0, 1 minus 1, 0 broad, interesting, and 6 jolliness, and she's got cookery. And Will, I might have hyper-focused him maybe a little too successfully. He's got 20 stealth and 10 brawn and 1 jolliness and just horses forever, 3 horses. So yeah. Now the big nut we definitely want to crack, without a doubt, is this one, because it's 2 gold characters. Look how strong they are. But it's 10 reds, which is going to take a big group effort. No way any of us can get through that individually. So I think I really want to use my horses and like some stealth play to try to cut that down. So let's start out with the Little Johns, 1 horse. Let's just actually do them in order this time. Okay, so those values are not great, although if we can get rid of him, the brawn is not too bad. Okay, and then Will's got 3 more horses, so let's just keep going, I guess. Okay, another one. Should I just do it all? We are getting some nice stealth options here. Not that Little John can take like great advantage of them. Okay, Will's got 1 horse left. Should I just lock in all of it? Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, so we're going to know very little bit. Oh, man. Okay, these are weird values. We got a single prayer hand, so I could like move somebody within this row. We got an idea. Let's use this prayer hand on this last guy here. He's only got a 2 blue. And let's see, that guy's guarding the gold as well. This guy's guarding the silver. Let's put them here. And then for Little John's first attack. Oh, no, wits get saved. That's right. I don't have to use wits yet. Well, crud. Then my whole smart plan there kind of went away. Well, it's okay. Maybe Little John can do a brawn attack with his 15 first here. Or actually, brawn gets passed. Why not just have him do a brawn attack here? This guy's only a bronze, though. Do I even care? Because as you're going to see, we do like a final culling where we actually just cull our decks down to a 4 people only. So getting bronze doesn't really help us that much. All right, so let's go ahead and do a brawn attack here. So he's got 15. So 3, like on average, this will be like 12. Oh, so he has like barely enough. And any leftover gets passed. So be a little more cautious. Let's bump his brawn up to 19 with half his jolliness. Seems a little smarter. Oh, God, yes. Okay, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so 15 would have been enough, but now he'll just pass the brawn along, so not a big deal. And we've got, oh, that guy's only silver. Whoops. So, yeah, he passes his 4 brawn to Maid Marian. Oh, and she had 0. That's great. I guess she'll just keep passing it to Will. Okay, now I'm going to pass my wits, so I just want to do a stealth attack for 4. Or how about this? Let's bump it up to 5. And then I can kill, this guy's got really high other values. And I mean, this guy's kind of annoying if I want to go in with brawn or something. All right, so they're both dead. And then Little John's passing 5 wits and 3 jolliness. 3 jolliness, 5 wits. Okay, so she's at 25, 9 jolliness. All we've got left is cookery, by the way. She's also got 11 stealth, so we gotta use that. And she's gonna pass her wits along. Although, crud, Will Scarlet has great stealth and great brawn. So really, ideally, I kind of want to zero out Maid Marian's wits because I don't think Will's going to have time to attack with it. So 25. What's our total here? 9, 17, 19, 23, 28, plus some unknown value that could be up to 9. I mean, she could do stealth first, but I'd kind of rather her weaken one of the other groups to give Will Scarlet a chance to get it. Mainly this one over here. So she's got 11 stealth. These guys go, oh, except for, like, this guy's a red, but the rest of these are blue. So let's maybe say she'll do these 3 for stealth. On average, that should be okay. All right, so she's going to do a stealth attack here. And that's 8, 11. Boom. Okay, perfect. That was as close as I wanted it to be. But now that group's a lot weaker. And now how much jolliness and cooking does she want to spend to get her wits from 25 to what you might actually need it to be? What's the value again? 9, 17, 19, 23, 28. So on average, this is like a 5, but I probably want to treat it like at least a 6 or a 7. So let's say 35 just to be like extra safe. So that means she needs 10 more. Oof, so it'll be all but one of her jolliness and the cookery. That gets her to 35. So unless it's an 8 or 9, we're okay. Okay, we're fine. All right, so we did get the 2 golds. Heck yeah. Oh, and any remaining wits is passed on. Crud. So, well, never mind. He's not going to use it. So, yeah, I forget what it was. I think she had like 3 left or something. But Will's fine. But she is going to pass her 4 and 1 to him. 4 gets us to 14. And, oh, God, he only has 2 jolliness. Okay, but he's got 20 stealth. And then 14 brawn. Might be able to go all the way here. 14 brawn. So that's enough no matter what. So let's just go ahead and say that. Okay, 8, we got this Pantaleon. By the way, a lot of their names are like puns and stuff, and then they have like a whole entire little booklet that like talks through who the characters are in little jokey ways. So if you like puns, if you like sort of silliness, you might enjoy this. My kids have found some of the names pretty funny. All right, so with that, we get to the big thing. Let's go ahead and boost stealth to 22 and see if we have enough. Okay, this guy's a 7. Okay, that's fine. 7, 10... 14, 16, yay, 21, yay, all right, wow, we got everybody. Usually that does not happen in round 2. All right, so let's see. So we got our 3 wait, did I get everybody? Oh, interesting. Yeah, 3-player, there's only 5, so sorry, different player kinds of different stuff going on. So we definitely want the 3 golds. I mean, we can add them to the deck and then like not actually keep them. All right, well, Will Scarlet should have Cassandra, clearly. And I guess Maid Marian should have Catherine. And then maybe Little John get Emma, because remember, he was also going for blue in his previous deck. And then these ones might not matter much, but that actually looks pretty good for Little John. And this guy I can guarantee we're not going to keep. In fact, I think we just send him to Sherwood Forest now. We don't have to waste our time calling him later. All right, and we got one more day before we do the big climactic battle. Let's get that set up. And we're all set up. Maid Marian definitely got the max or the most of her blue last round, so she's only got 14 this time. 4 stealth, 6 brawn, 7 jolliness. But look, 4 prayer hands. Nobody else got any, but that's enough to straight up just destroy 2 nasty red guards, for example. Will's got 2 horses this time, so nothing crazy, but he's got 7 wits, not bad, especially when we're sharing. 20 stealth, heck yeah, and 11 brawn and 5 jolliness, not bad. And then Little John is going to be a little bit lower because, as we knew would happen, he got his Hildyard with 2 horses, but not much else. So he's got only 6 wits, only 2 stealth. Wait, is that really right? Yeah, only 2 stealth and 15 brawn. The brawn is pretty solid, plus some jolliness and 2 cookery as well as the horses. All right. We've got the same setup where we're sharing wits. We've got 2 gold guys here, 1 over there. We know we want to get them, but we'll see if we can grab the other people too. All right, so Marian's going to pass everything along. Little John has a lot of red and basically no stealth. So what makes sense is to set up Little John for a pretty strong wits and brawn attack at the end. So Marian should probably do like a little stealth attack and then maybe try to knock through one of the smaller rows by herself with wits. Let's maybe start working over here first, where like a little stealth or wits attack could really help. Oh, and this one's really low wits. So let's use our first horse. Okay, that's pretty low wits value and stealth value is interesting. Let's use 1 more horse. That might be enough. I just want to like see if I can stealth anybody before I do the wits attack. Okay, so let's stop there. Let's not use the other 2 horses yet. I'm going to have Maid Marian do both her attacks here. So first her her stealth attack for 4. She'll take down these 2 guys. All right, so let's go ahead and use her. Is 14 wits enough? 5. So that'll be on average like 7 more. Okay. So yeah, 1, 4, 5. Flip over the first one. Oh no. Okay, she's going to stop. I think she has to stop, right? I hate just leaving one card. It's stupid. But 4, 5, 11. She only has 3 left, and she can't like add in cookery or add in jolliness now. I guess I should have gone higher. So she'll stop there. Now, she does get to pass along her 3 remaining wits to Will, so that'll help a little bit. And let's see if she could have. No! Whoa, yeah, she definitely could not have beaten that guy. Now, I think we could just spend 2 hands right now to throw that guy away. Let's do that so we immediately rescue this guy. I think that's how it works. Because I don't think it would be tactically advisable, even though that guy wasn't too strong, to like waste an entire next player's attack on him. Well, how bad was he? He's only bad at red. Yeah, let's do the thing I did. So my maid still got 2 hands. She's passing 6 brawn and 7 jolliness. 6 brawn gets him to 17. 7 jolliness gets him to 12. Wow, he's got very high values for everything. Is that right? Everything is 10 or higher? Go, Will. All right, again, Maid Marian's got 2 hands if needed. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do? So remember, I wanted to pass along brawn and wits to Little John. I mean, that's going to happen naturally. But certainly we want to use Will's stealth effectively. And Little John's still got 2 horses. Let's try to leverage that. We definitely want to do it here, right? All right, so let's go and use both horses. I don't know. Let's actually do like well, no. Let's try to like set up a good line. So let's do 2 here. Oh, very low blues. I like that. And actually kind of low stealth too. And let's do 2 more for the other horse. Ooh. Okay. So Will's got 20 stealth. So if we focus on the weaker guys, that's 2, 5, 7, which means 13. We could probably do like 2 more, take a chance. Let's try it. Let's not boost it all. So I'm doing these guys and these guys. 11, 13, 16, 18. Yay, we're good. 9 scared me. Okay, so that's his first attack, and it zeroes out even though he didn't use it all. All right, he can probably... Can he beat here? He's got 10 blue. I mean, he's got a ton of jolliness. What's Little John going to want to do? He's going to want to do blue here, I think. Oh, yeah, I forgot this guy. Should we do the blue here? Got 10 blue? Sure, let's see how it goes. 6. Okay, so we're still giving 4 to Little John. Although, that's right. That's it's the bronze. Why do I even care? So Little John is getting so much. 4, 17, 12. Oh, my God. So he's up to 10 blue. 17 red puts him to what? He's already at 15, so 32. And then 12 jolliness gets him to 17. All right. Oh, and geez, I forgot the Maid Marian still had 2 of those prey hands. And we still got 2 cookery. I don't think we'll need that. We're kind of kicking butt. Like I said, I've mostly played with 2 characters. I think I am realizing that higher player counts might be a little bit easier. So maybe these challenge cards would make more sense. So, sorry I didn't use them, but so it goes. And you'll see the final battle is still usually hard as heck. So none of this might matter too much. All right, so our big ones, we don't really care, but let's even get the stealth away from there just to not be distracted. So 32 and 10. Now we can't do 2 red attacks. So we got to go, what do we need here for blue? Because I'm sure the 32 will be enough over there. Well, let's check. 8. So even if all 3 of these were like 7s, that would still be more than enough. They could all be 8s and it would still be enough. So let's just go. So 32 brawn versus 8, 10, 17, 25. Get out of here. Save the 2 golds. So then let's use all of our 17 jolliness to get to 27 wits. Not going to use this. Oh, I might as well use these, though. Let's just throw away this guy. He was only a 3. Okay, and then... Yeah, geez, destroyed. Okay, awesome. And these get converted to mead, so we'll have 2 extra jolliness. 2 extra jolly next round. Man, that was a lot easier than my day 3 and 4 usually goes. Okay, who wants what? Augustine can go to Little John, obviously. Do I want to give both of these to Maid Marian? Because this guy's great for Will Scarlet. Sure, these can both go to Maid Marian. And then, I'll send him to Will, but we're not going to use him. So now we're going to take each of their decks and just pick their favorite 4, and all the rest go to the rescued pile to help us out later. So it shouldn't be too hard. These are Little John's. We'll definitely take the 2 golds, and then probably the silver. It is probably wasting the 3 green. That's the only thing. Let's see if there's any bronzes we like better. So this guy's basically +2/+2. So he's like an 8/2. He's like 10. Whereas this guy's like 7, 13, -1, 12. Although we might not use the green, but he's also a horse. That is really good. Yeah, I guess he makes sense. Okay, so if I'm going like blue, I think this guy's actually the best because all of them are probably going to waste some points with those green things. Okay, that's my final 4 for Little John. So I just literally don't have to even shuffle. I just draw those 4 cards. You get to guarantee what you get in the final round. Okay, as for Will, okay, he only has 1 gold. Interesting. So let's see. I assume I want to keep the silvers. Let's see which ones I like best. No, just quickly skim through the bronzes. He's great. She might waste me too. Could just have horses for days. How do the values here kind of compare? So that's 4, 10, 12, 4, 8, 12. But it's less likely that I'll use the 4 blue here. Although I also have her, so I'll have some blue. And she does have more green. Oh, okay, let's go like that. And yeah, I can't imagine there are any bronzes that are going to compete. Nah. All right, Maid Marian, I think I got like the most golds, didn't she? Yeah, she's got 3 golds, so she's definitely keeping all of them. Interesting. She's going to probably be doing some stealth then. Okay, and let's look at our 2 silvers. Oh, man, 2 prayers is just crazy. We just saw that. That'll give her 4 prayers, actually. Yeah, we're cool with that. We're cool with that. All right. So Maid Marian has 30 wits. I like that. And then 13 each of brawn and stealth. Only 2 jolliness. We don't really have much jolliness. And she has 4 prayer hands. And then, yeah, Little John has 2 more. So we can just throw away 3 people. We've got a horse. I think we've got 6 horses total. Love that. Will's got his own 30 stealth, but only 6 wits. That'll be a dump. And 16 brawn, not bad. And 3 jollity and 4 horses. And then Little John's got 14 wits, 7 stealth, 27 brawn. That's his big one. I just realized I used up bronze. Interesting. And 2 jolliness, but we've got 3 cookery, plus 2 mead, plus the 2 hands and the horse that I already added to the totals before. And we get to pick which of them go first. But first, let me show you what's different about this day. So we've got, oh, crud. Everyone gets plus 3 jolliness. I didn't even see that. All right, I'll just bump everything up. That'll certainly help out. But yeah, we're storming the castle. So we have to fight these rows in order. So we can't jump back and forth. Now we can use abilities on them, like look at them with horses, move them or throw them away with the prayers. But we got to defeat this row before we can do that one. We got to defeat this row before we can do that one, etc. So the first row gets this special card, Nottingham Castle. It is a 24, and you can't throw it away with prayers. You just got to fight it. But when you defeat it, you get plus 1 jolliness for every 3 villagers in Sherwood Forest. All of the extras that we saved and called from our deck, including our starting cards. So we got to spend 24, but we'll get a big chunk of it back. Okay, and we can't see what the rightmost person is until we've defeated the castle. So we got to kill this row first. Then we got to kill this row. These are each 7 red guards, by the way. Then we got to kill this row, and that's enough to win the game. If you get this 3rd row, then you rescue Robin Hood. Yay, he's out of chains. And then you can optionally try to take down the sheriff for a bonus quest super victory. So he's got, 5 blue, 6 red. He's a 12 himself. And here's the thing. If we had not rescued some people, we rescued everyone because clearly the game went our way. But if we had not rescued people, he would get plus 3 to each of his stats for every single imprisoned villager that was left. Now, we have never beaten him, but again, I've been mostly playing 2-player, and I think 3-player might just be the trick. But the big thing is Robin Hood joins whoever that last player is that defeated the final thing. He adds 8886 to their stuff, and he lets them do a 3rd attack, which can be a type of attack they've already done. So pretty cool stuff. All right, let's get to it. Kind of think I want Little John to go last, because he's going to do a giant beat stick brawn attack probably, right? And Marian is already guaranteed with her 30 blue to be able to destroy the castle, so let's go with her first. Now let's use some horses to see what's going on. So we've got 6 horses, that's 12 cards total, and there are 32 cards. We can see a decent number of them. Oh, and 3 of them are already revealed, of course. All right, so let's horse who's behind, see if her blue is going to go well, or how much she needs. That guy kind of sucks. Oh, she does have 13 stealth. Oh, that's great. Okay. All right, let's use another horse, and I'm just going to keep on seeing what's going on here. Okay, more stealth targets. So she's just going to do stealth and then blue, and if we pump her up enough, she should be able to kill this entire first row herself, I think. Let's stealth one more time. We can leave that last guy as a secret. Oh, this is great. Okay, so she can stealth the heck. I want to specifically get the ones who have higher blue. So she has 13 stealth to start. And stealth can target anybody, remember, so she doesn't have to kill the castle first. So 4, 7, 9. Should I look at the last guy with one more horse? Sure, because I don't want to waste her attacks. Okay, so I'll use a horse for this guy, and we'll figure out who the other one's going to be. I don't know. Let's do the first guy over here. Okay. All right, so how much stealth? She has 13 stealth without bumping it at all. So that's 4, 7, 9, 13. Because I don't really care about this guy. He's equal in blue. And okay, so let's do that. So that's 4, 6, 8, 9. Wait, did I count wrong? No, that's 11. That's 11, 13. Okay, so that zeroes out her stealth for her first attack. Oh man, this worked out better than I thought it would. She has exactly 30 wits, so I don't even have to use any of her jolliness yet. Wow. Okay, so we defeat the castle, defeat both of these guys, and we get +1 jolliness for every 3 villagers in Sherwood, which in higher player counts is a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember, this is all of our 8-card starting decks. That's already 24 cards, plus all the extras we saved and didn't use. So 11 takes her jolliness to 16. Love it. So she's passing, remember, we don't pass out wits anymore. She's passing 13 brawn and 16 jolliness. 13 brawn, 16 jolliness. Okay. And we've still got 2 more horses. And Will's pretty much going to have to do stealth and brawn. I mean, like I guess he could use his wits just to save more for Little John. Oh, we've got these 2 big groups left. All right, let's use one of our last 2 horses. Man, how we run out of horses so fast? Thought they would last forever. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That 9 guy is terrible. That's right. Little John is mainly doing stealth. I mean, he's got 30. How much can he already defeat? 13, 18, 20. Okay. Well, if we get rid of that 9 guy, it should be easy. So sure, let's use 2 jolliness to get our wits to 8, and then do a 8 wits attack to kill both of them. Then I've got 30 stealth, 7 with like 5 on average. Oh, is that total waste? 7. Yeah, I mean, I should just do it. Crud. Unfortunately, I probably should have done more. 7, 11, 18, 27. Never mind, that was not as bad. So all my stealth is gone, but I'm passing Little John 29 brawn and 20 jollity. Seems like it should be enough. 29 brawn. Oh my gosh. And 20 jolliness. Oh, and I forgot. He's got 2 more jolliness from the mead. Might as well use, I got to decide what I want to use the cookery on, but he's got that. And I'm just bringing everything over. We still got 6 prayer hands. Good Lord. Wow. Yeah. Easier with 3 players than 2. So I do want to save some big attack. I mean, it's going to be brawn, right? To go against the the sheriff at the end. So Little John should probably do maybe try to beat these guys with just wits and stealth and then go crazy with brawn. So with that in mind, let's use our last horse. And I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let's do the first 2. Oh, God. Oh, they're all bad at brawn. Well, shoot, let's do them with brawn. I think the brawn remains for Robin Hood's extra attack that can be any type. That's not entirely clear in the rules, but it would make sense, right? So yeah, let's do a brawn attack here to see how it goes. So that's 6, 10, 17, 21, 29. All right, so we've rescued Robin Hood. We spent 29 brawn. We get 8 back, so we really spent 21. Then Robin Hood bumps all of our other stats by 8. And our jolliness by 6. And we can do another attack, which could be brawn again, which clearly we're going to want it to be. But let's do blue first, so you guys may rid as many people as we can. And since we have no way to look at anybody anymore, let's just use all of our hands to throw away the last 3 reds before the sheriff. They weren't even too tough for blue. Oh, well. All right, so we're going to do a blue attack, get as far as we can. And let's actually bump this up to the max, because brawn is all or nothing. The blue we can stop. So, got 32, so 54. Well, let's stop there actually and see if the cookery. I didn't realize how much wits we had. Man, why is this so much easier? I feel like I'm cheating or something. All right, so 3, 7, 9, 14, 20, 22, 27, 31, 43. We didn't even need to use our brawn. All right. Yay, we defeated the sheriff. Thinking about it, it does make sense that 2-player would be a lot harder because you have such a limited number of attacks, only 4, and it's not that many fewer enemies. So you can kind of direct your attacks a little better and get the right tool for the job a little better with higher player counts. So that's something to be aware of. But hey, let's let that take me into my review portion. And yeah, I think this game is fun. My kids have really enjoyed it. I've had a fun time with it. I do think it's best with multiplayer, just kind of everyone being able to set out the guards at the same time, add up their stuff at the same time. The game moves a lot faster. Or you can try the true solo mode again. It didn't float my boat that much, but you might enjoy it. Yeah, this is a very straightforward game. There is a ton of luck involved. Sometimes you're just going to get all the wrong guards, or you won't get the characters that go that well with your values, or you'll get a little bit of everything and you'll by nature waste it. Some of the days feel easier than others. Like this one gives you +3 brawn, and yes, it has higher values of guards, but I don't think it's that much higher than the other game cards would have. So the balance, the luck, the swinginess, that might bother some people. But as you saw, unless you're playing at 2-player, I think usually the game is pretty straightforward, which is why they have these cards. Let's look at some of these. So, Deep Fog. Scouting tokens reveal 1 less card than normal. Or Friar Tuck is hungry. Cookery tokens give 1 less than normal. Each Sheriff guard has +1 brawn. Prayer tokens cannot remove guard spins, can only shift them. So you see, like, it kind of changes up what you can use or how your tools function. And you get to choose if you like want to keep the card or even like push your luck more and take another challenge card to try to get the highest score possible. So certainly if you're finding the game easier with more characters at higher player counts, you're going to have tools to make it like work for you. But yeah, in the end, the game is fun. Like, you can see the characters aren't that unique and different. Like, yes, you are deck building, but you're not really building combos apart from points, and like getting higher numbers. But it's fun to get higher numbers and to beat tougher and tougher people and to get like more and more guards defeated. Also, let's face it, the gameplay is fairly repetitive. You do the same thing twice, then you do the same thing twice again, then you have a slightly different thing. So if you aren't into kind of that core thing of adding up your numbers and taking that gut shot and like, do I want to attack here or not, and the push your luck aspect, I don't think this game is going to fly that well for people. But if you do enjoy simple deck building, if you do enjoy just like kind of a quick family game that lets you beat up some guards and rescue Robin Hood, if you like punny names like Earnestly, it's kind of like a silly, lighthearted deck builder, push your luck romp, I think that rescuing Robin Hood might be for you. Thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Miles, Wayne Scott, and Casey W. We'll see you at the next stop.